And go, 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 go. Yes, we're live. Welcome to Good Morning Crypto, where every day I come to you like an atomic clock. Yes, 8 a.m. every day. But the atomic clock is broken. Sometimes it's 11 o'clock. Hey, wait a minute. Wrong show, wrong show. Sorry. That was Ivan on Tech. We're talking about Contrarian Dude today. G'day, everybody. Max Wright, welcome. Hope you had a little bit of fun with that. If you like the impersonations, go ahead and let me know in the comments. I think that'll be fun. I might do some more. I can do some others. Let's see if that was a good one. You want me to do some more? So we've got some cool things for you today. Bitcoin smashes through 12K. Big update in the Bitcoin world, the whole crypto world. We've got correlation issues to talk about. We've got Ethereum to talk about. We've got BTC dominance to talk about. We've got some, I get to spike the ball a couple times, like 2 or 3 of my predictions that I made in the last 2 weeks have come true. And everything's looking very, very rosy for Bitcoin, for me, and for life. And I got a pretty big announcement coming up. Should I do the announcement first? Maybe I should do the announcement first. I'm going to do the announcement first, real fast. So I get asked all the time, like people say, "Hey Max, the crypto thing is just too hard. Can I give you the money? Can you do this?" Now, there's one particular. No, my answer is always no. I just like no. I'm not managing your crypto. No way in the world. And for years, I've been saying no. And about 2 months ago, one of the Success Council members wrote me an email. And it was actually just really humble and heartfelt. The email, I'm paraphrasing, I haven't looked at it in the last 2 months, but here's what it went something like this. It's like, Max, can you please do this? And can I just send you the money, blah, blah, blah. And you just buy crypto for me. And I said, no, absolutely not. It's an extreme amount of headache for me. It's risk. If anything goes wrong, if anything gets stolen, I'm the one who looks like the bad guy. I don't like this at all. There's no upside for me. And plus I've got this $20,000, $30,000 worth of legals, and it's just, no, forget about it. To which she said, no, I don't want legals. I don't want contracts. I don't know you on YouTube. I feel like I trust you. I'm happy with a handshake. I'll just send you the money. Please do this for me. Look, the story is I'm an artist. And I've known enough to know about, like, I've heard what you've taught me about the monetary system. I've got enough about it, but listen, understanding private keys and managing it, I'm an artist. This is not her words, but in my mind it's like, well, I'm a little bit flighty. There's a good chance I'm going to lose my keys, and I'm just not going to get involved in crypto if I've got to take care of my own private keys. And it was just the tone of it was one of desperation. And I was like, man, this sucks. Like, this is a good person. They know their limitations. Not all of us are math geeks. I get that. She's got an amazing skill set, probably. I don't know. I've never seen her art, but she's contributing to the world, and she's gonna miss out on Bitcoin because she just doesn't feel comfortable with private keys. And I sat with it for a little bit, and then, I don't know, serendipity, the universe provided just several things come into my world, probably Facebook and Google eavesdropping and reading my emails. All of a sudden I'm seeing advertisements for how to set up funds and how to do things, despite the fact I never researched it at all. But because of this, because Google and Facebook are reading my emails and eavesdropping and things, I'm seeing all these things, and I get into it a little bit. I'm like, okay, I'll check it out. I got a lot of people asking me to do this. I will say right at the outset, my recommendation for everybody is that you go to the trouble, learn how to use private keys, learn it, understand it, be your own custodian. Yes, it is a little bit risky. Yes, it is a little bit terrifying, but I think it's worth doing it, and it's a lot less risky than trusting somebody else out there on the internet land, me or anybody else. So I'll say that. However, I recognize, I get the emails all the time. There are people who are going to be like, I'm out. This is too hard. This is too complicated. Screw Kraken, screw Coinbase. They want all these documents. They want all this. It's just a huge headache. I need another way to manage this. And so I am open to the idea of creating a fund. I'm not going to be pushing it hard. There's no hard sells in this. I'm not going to, I'm going to continue my education, teaching people how to manage the private keys themselves and how to do that thing. All that stuff's going to stay in play. For those people who are just like, I don't want to miss out on the crypto thing, I just want to wire someone money, put it in the fund, and let that fund manage it, then I am open to doing this. Now, in order for me to do this, it's a huge amount of work, it's a huge amount of headache, it's probably $25,000 to $30,000 worth of legal fees to set this up. I don't want to set it up if I'm going to have like 2 people send me $500. It's just not, obviously it's just not worth my time. So I would really, really appreciate it if you were someone who you think you would take advantage of this. I got a very, very simple survey set up. It's just like 2 questions. It'll take you 30 seconds to fill it out. It's going to be the first link in the description. I want to say I am not going to be collecting management fees. From my limited research so far, it's a whole other level of burden and onerous legals and all that crap. So I will not be charging any fees, but obviously I can't do this for free. I will be taking a percentage of profit. It'll be something along the lines of the first 10% of profit is 100% yours, and only after you've made more than 10% return on your money annually, then I might come in and take a percentage the rest of the way up, some kind of sliding scale. And I'm just going to tell you, most of it I'm going to be doing, I'm just going to do like mostly, I'm going to be mostly buying Bitcoin. I'll buy a pretty decent sized position in Ethereum for you. And I might leave 10, 15, 20% of trading so that hopefully if I do that well, it'll actually outperform just buying Bitcoin or just buying Ethereum enough so that actually I'm actually making more, even after paying my percentage of profit, you're still ending up better than what you would be as if you just bought Bitcoin. But I will be using custodians, so the money will be insured. I won't be the one managing the private keys for the vast majority of it, except for the trading account. And so that is my little 30-second pitch on what this fund is going to look like. If you are interested, and only if you're interested, there's no reason to do this, do me a huge favor. The first link in the description is this survey, and it's 3 questions long. It'll take you 30 seconds. And you just click on begin and answer 3 quick questions for me. How much would you invest in Max's crypto fund right now? Not 6 months from now if something comes good, and no. Right now, and don't think you're doing me a favor saying yes and building up my ego. You're not. I would much rather not do this. It's only if there's a huge demand for it. If I had made it available right now, how much money would you walk down to the bank and wire money into my fund right now? Just go ahead and choose the figure out that is closest. There's not really any point doing 0 because don't do the survey. There's going to be 0. But yeah, is it 5,000? Is it 10,000? 20,000? Whatever's the closest figure to how much you would do right now, please go ahead and do that. And then once I do this, and I've gone through all the headache of learning funds and doing all the legals and creating all those relationships I need to do, one that I always kind of had in the back of my mind that I would always do eventually anyway is a real estate fund. As you guys know, my expectation is 2021 is going to be an absolutely cataclysmically disastrous year for real estate. And I intend to come in at the end of 2021, 2022, and scoop up bargains like an absolute madman. I've been planning and plotting this for years, and I'm going to be doing this big time. And I have always had in the back of my mind that I would be doing syndications and letting people do that. So the same question for my real estate fund. And question number 2 is how much would you invest in Max's real estate fund next year? But do me a favor, don't answer the survey as if, I'm going to make 100x times my money on Bitcoin this year, so therefore it's going to be that. No. If your financial position does not change at all between now and the end of 2021, but the market does and real estate's gone on the toilet, and now is a great time to buy. If you were just as rich as you are now, no extra money, no more money, no less, how much money would you want to put in real estate at the end of next year? Go ahead and choose whichever number is the most appropriate. And then if you want, this is optional, you can go ahead and put your email in there. It makes it easy for me to contact you when I launch the fund, if I launch the fund. So that's, that whole process is going to take you less than 30 seconds. And again, my recommendation is that you go and get learn private keys, you be the custodian of your own money, and you do it all. For some people, it's just beyond their reach. It's too much hard. They know them, and that's actually, it's very, very wise. Knowing yourself is a very, very important part of investing. If you know yourself and you know private keys and being super organized and making sure you don't lose them and taking care of them in case there's a fire and you lose your backup and make sure it's fireproof and floodproof, and all these things are a huge headache. And if you know yourself well enough, that's like, I get Bitcoin, I want to be involved, I do not want to be my own custodian. This is actually a really, really, really good option. So I want you guys to know that. Again, no point filling it out if you have no intention of doing that. That's perfectly fine. If you do want to fill it out, if you do want to do that, please go ahead and fill out that survey, and I'll see what the results are, and I'll see if I move ahead with that. Okay, let's head over to Bitcoin. So let's scooch, actually let me get on order. Scooching in here, we have Bitcoin price right here, 12,769. We're just coming off a top. It did go up to 12,900. Hit 12,900 and came back. But look at this big, beautiful, solid candle here. Just exactly as I was predicting. So in case you don't know, I've just been crushing it with the predictions lately. A week ago, I said Bitcoin breaks bullish, and in this video right here, I talk about the fact that we are setting up, this setup is absolutely identical to this setup. We had this symmetrical triangle trading in the range of this uptrend that we're in. We broke out, and in the purple box, we just had this massive, it's a 30% increase back to the top of this channel. Took about 14 days to get there. That video I put out was on this day right here. The day we broke out of this channel, I made a video and said, this setup is exactly the same as this setup. I drew this purple box for you, and I said, keep an eye out for just an epic few days, and expect just this, a handful of days of rising, and then an epic big candle, and it just looks like it's coming through exactly. How high is this going to get to? I'll tell you, a lot of people are saying 13,000, we're going to stall out there, we're going to stall out at 13.5. Listen, we can, but this trend line that I've got marked in here, I think is a really solid trend line. We also have a major 13,980. This is a monster. This is the multi-year high. The multi-year high. This high of 13,980 occurred in the 25th of June 2019. Okay, and it's taken us well over a year to come down here, do this dip, consolidate, come back up. And we've got the convergence of this trend line and this 1398 right here, right in the path and trajectory of this. So I think the most likely scenario is that my awesome drawing here of this red arrow, we end up catching up and getting up to this $14,000 mark. And we might chill out here for a little bit. We might bounce back. We might consolidate. We'll see what happens at that 14,000 mark, but I'm expecting us to come up and hit this trend line. Okay, people are telling me there's all this resistance at 13. Listen, there's a little bit. No, there's just not that much resistance there, guys. I don't see 13s being much of anything. I think we're going straight to 14. That's my prediction. We'll see how it plays out. Now, from there, let's get 20s on the board. Let's go all the way back to the all-time high. That's where we're at in life. So here is the 2017 December all-time high, 20,000. And that is my next major point of resistance. Now, by the way, this purple box right here, not the purple, the purple. Geez, I'm all in the impersonation mood. Tell me, what movie was that from? Write down in the description if you know what movie that's from. By the way, guys, like, subscribe, share, do all those things, please. Help me out. I'm really excited about this channel. It's actually, let's just go back to that real fast. We are at, where are we? 18.7 thousand subscribers. That's really, really cool, guys. I really appreciate the support. Go ahead, let's get that over 19,000 on this video if we can. Go ahead and subscribe, and let's see if we can crush that. And yeah, let me know if you know what movie that quote was from. Not that purple, other purple, little purple, that one. You probably need to have a kid to know that one. It's a kid's movie. Okay, so yes, I just don't see much resistance in this between 15 and 20,000. 20,000 is my next big line of resistance here. It's the next big major milestone. If we eventually, and I think we will get, we'll pause out here on 14,000. I think we might linger here. It could be here for a couple months. Let's take a look at this. Let's take a look at this purple box here. So we had this consolidation, and then let's take a measured move. We broke out, and over the course of, probably even there's the more accurate way to put it. We went up over 28 days, it went up 34%. If we come back to this one, we see over 16 days it went up 30%. Okay, let's get out of there. What about from here? From this breakout, so far we are already at 20%. If this just repeats there and goes up 30%, and let's just say we take 20 to 30 days to get there. We're already 12 days into this, so we're talking by Halloween. Somewhere around Halloween, there's a Halloween prediction for you. Halloween prediction, we hit this $14,000 mark. Now, let's check out, why am I not moving? Oh, because I'm on auto. Let's check out this 20,000 mark. Let's say we get up here. And let's say maybe we bounce down, we do some business, we consolidate for a few months. We'll do that analysis in just a minute. And from here, we want to get from 14,000 to 20,000. Where are we? That is just a 40% rise. A 40% rise. Well, we've just had two 30% rises. Boom, boom. Right? And this one isn't over yet. We don't even know how far this one's going. So it's very, very conceivable to me that it'll be a little bit of a big one, because you'll notice here I started measuring here from below this high, and I started measuring this one from below this high. So let's see what happens. Maybe we shoot past the 14, come back down, test it, maybe go under it, all this kind of business around here, 14. But listen, we're in the ballpark. One more, if we get to 14,000 here in the next week or so, one more 30% rise and we get to the all-time high. Now, how far apart were these guys? Well, let's go back to our measure move here. From the end of this one to this one, 63 days. But if we want to measure it, here's really the high. We could definitely make an argument from there. And we are on 50 days. So man, if we get to here by Halloween, and then we got to consolidate for another couple of months and getting up here, I mean, we could be seeing all-time highs this year. So that is super, super interesting. But at this range, see, this is what's very, very interesting. This is where I take my technical analysis charting stuff off. I put it away. I put a different hat on right now. And I start thinking about the market psychology. I start thinking about all the things that are going on in the universe. And I think about the IMF talking about we need a money that feels good. It's got to hit us in the feels. This money's not working out, people. The rich are getting richer, the poor are getting poorer. We need a money that feels good, hit us right here in the heart, and we can create a more inclusive society, and dollar bills will now have gender pronouns. Nothing should be more terrifying. Like, this is just terrifying stuff. Just imagine if when they, the scientists in the 60s who put man on the moon said, guys, we're going to be using inclusive math. Okay, it's going to be warm, feely math, and our calculations are going to be pretty good, but we want accuracy is important, but let's feel good as well. This is terrifying stuff, terrifying stuff. And I think maybe that in contribution with a lot of other things, the market is different. If we hit a multi-year Bitcoin price, it'll be the biggest price in Bitcoin since 2018 if we break past this level. Well, last time we were here is January 2018. Okay, we're now talking December 2020, so we're talking 3 years. We're talking a 3-year high. If we break through here, with everything that's going on with the news, the broken economy, the massive unemployment, the crashing GDP, the inevitable housing market collapse when all these people who are not paying rent and not paying their mortgages eventually have to get kicked out. It's going to happen eventually. It might happen next year, might happen this year. We'll see when it happens. With all these things going on, during this time when Bitcoin is making headlines, that it's breaking multi-year all-time high, and that day that it punches through 20,000, which could be as close as 20, it could be as close as what, 2 months, 3 months? Guys, we are talking about an absolute explosion in the price of Bitcoin. Absolute explosion. And on that topic, let's just check out correlation here for a second. As you'll know, I've been talking about a lot here. We've had a lot of correlation between all the markets. Bitcoin went up. But look at this. Let's zoom back in here. No, I want to be here, and I want to be here. But the point is, look at this. Look at the last 14 days of Bitcoin. Just look at this rise. Let's take a look at what happened with Apple. All right. This is what, the last 10 days of down? Dow Jones. Last 7 days of down, maybe over the last 12 days, it's level. S&P 500, same. They're all still correlated. Australian stock market, it's had 2 bad days, but over the 14 days, level. VIX, we would expect that to see go up, yes. Dollar, we would expect that to get, that's interesting. I would have expected that to go up as the stock market is going down. But here we see even the dollar is going down. But check out gold. Gold the last 14 days up. Silver the last 14 days up. So we're in a situation, so the hard monies, gold, silver, Bitcoin. There's a delay on the screen. As I counted out, I saw the wrong number of fingers and I added one. That's super funny. So we're seeing gold, silver, and Bitcoin all trending up the last 2 weeks. Everything else sideways or down. Have we seen a break in the correlation? This is a huge question. So I was expecting a macro collapse, right? I expected stock market to go down, real estate to go down. Even Bitcoin, gold, silver. I expect everything to get hit with macro. And I've made that prediction for a while. I said either before the election or around the election, something like that. I'm expecting to see a big macro hit. And we have seen in the last couple of weeks, the money metals, the money, Bitcoin, gold, silver, all kind of decouple. Now, a significant hit will still hit them. Right, be very cautious. A significant hit in the macro world will still see Bitcoin and precious metals, etc., all get crushed. Make no mistake about that. But as I've been predicting for months, when that happens, what will happen is that Bitcoin, gold, and silver will be what lead us out. When that crash comes, stock market, real estate will go significantly lower, but precious metals and Bitcoin will lead the recovery. It will get hit and then lead the recovery. If you see a big dip in the macro level, if everything gets hit, similar to like March of this year, when that gets to the bottom, I would be going in big time on Bitcoin number 1, gold, silver 2 and 3, silver, gold 2 and 3. Okay, I've been predicting this for months. The setting up for it is just nothing short of crazy. Everything's pointing in this direction. And there's one other piece of information I want to draw your attention to. Bitcoin dominance. I made this video. This one here. Is tomorrow the day Bitcoin goes nuts? No, I was 3 days early. Is Bitcoin dominance? No, that's not on the screen. Let me move my head. Do I want to do that? Nope, I'm trying to move my head. Move my head. Here's the video. Is Bitcoin dominance set to explode? 3 weeks ago. That was the video I made there. Let me get myself back in position. And hang on, I'm a little bit out there. Okay, let's get that back on. Okay, that video was made where was it? I think it was made right here, something like this, maybe down here. And I pointed out, here's the big trend. The big trend is there's this massively important Bitcoin, a trend line on the Bitcoin dominance chart all the way back to here. Okay? And this is the middle of DeFi craze, Ethereum, all the DeFi things are going ballistic. Bitcoin dominance is getting smashed. It gets down to below 60%. Around about here, when it broke out of this trend line, I said, guys, I think we're setting up to see Bitcoin come back up to this trend line on the Bitcoin dominance chart. At that time, I want to see Bitcoin get up there, and at that time, I'm going to switch a little more into the altcoins, Ethereum primarily, and several of the others. But just see here, we've got Bitcoin just gone absolutely ballistic here, exactly as I predicted. We're not all the way to the trend line yet, obviously, but that is the target. Watch out for that trend line. I think that's where Bitcoin dominance is going. When it gets there, could be the time to turn around and get into altcoins. Let's just check out Ethereum and Bitcoin, because Bitcoin dominance can be a bit messy. They can keep inventing new coins all the time. They can do things. It's not perfect. That's why I do like to look at Ethereum, Bitcoin too. So I'm looking here at Ethereum, Bitcoin, and a clear trend down. High, lower, high, lower, high, lower, high, lower, high. And we got the lower lows, lower low, lower low, lower low, lower low, lower low. So clear downtrend on the Ethereum price. People are freaking out. It's like, Ethereum's not coming with Bitcoin. Ethereum's not coming with Bitcoin. No, the Bitcoin dominance chart, the Ethereum Bitcoin chart is all telling us Ethereum is trending down in relation to Bitcoin. Not Ethereum in relation to the dollars. Ethereum in relation to Bitcoin is trending down. So that's okay that Bitcoin is leading the charge. And I expect that to be the case for quite some time until we get back to, Bitcoin dominance chart, until we get back to this trend line. That's the prediction. Let's see if it plays out. And even as I look now, 62.17, Bitcoin just cleared this really important resistance line, if my memory is served. Is it 62? No, is it 62 or is it 60? I forget. Don't trust that green line. I don't know why I put that there. It could be. That could be it. We'll see. We'll see. I won't go and investigate that right now. And where's 60? Oh yeah, no. The Bitcoin, the 60 mark was the important mark. That was the one that was having trouble getting over. We had resistance here, poke through for a day, resistance. It was 60. And we've just smashed through that 60, headed up to 62. And once again, on the Bitcoin dominance, I want to see us to get up to this trend line. That's what I'm looking to do. Whew, okay, super important stuff, guys. Really appreciate you. Yeah, let me know. Like, share, subscribe. Do all those wonderful things, please. It really helps us grow the channel, get the word out. And a reminder, do that survey if you would like someone to if you want to just wire money and own Bitcoin, do it a real easy way without all the nonsense. Go ahead and fill out that survey. It's an option available to you. Depending on your response, will depend on whether or not I move forward with that. It's the first link in the description of this video. You can go and do it now. Guys, thank you so much, and I will see you later.